Hello everyone. Even though tonight is technically the last day of August rather than the first week of September when we usually do our updates, but we thought with so much happening this month in US immigration, it would be better to do our update a little early. So what are we going to talk about? Honestly, with so much going on this month, it would almost be better to say what aren't we talking about? This administration and USCIS are keeping everyone in the immigration field on a roller coaster ride. Today, we're going to discuss the on-again, off-again firing of USCIS employees, USCIS fees increasing, that will be happening. 3, DACA. USCIS isn't doing what the Supreme Court told them to do. Public charge. First, it wasn't going to be enforced, and now it is. New asylum processes and work authorization application changes. And that's not all. Most importantly, we're going to explain how each one of these things will impact you and your immigration journey. Welcome to our show.
Calificas para ser legal, quieres saber, solo llama al abogado Andrés Mejer.
I'm Andrés Mejer, attorney and an immigrant, just like you. I came to the US as a child, lived here for a time without legal status, and worked hard to become a US citizen. I decided to become an attorney to help educate my clients so they don't feel helpless as they move through their immigration journey. That is the goal when I create these videos. I hope that the knowledge you gain helps you have an easier immigration journey. Please like and subscribe to our channel so you're informed of any new videos as we release them. Don't forget to ring the bell so that you can be notified when immigration once again changes the rules. So, USCIS furloughs. I want to talk about this first because no matter what happens, it's going to have a massive impact. In May, USCIS told the government if they did not get over $1 billion in aid, they would be furloughing employees. That means that they would fire 70% of their employees, or over 13,000, because they couldn't pay them. Keep in mind that USCIS is 100% funded through fees that it collects from you, the immigrant. After Congress asked for a meeting with them to find out more, turned out they had more money than they said so. So they wouldn't be firing employees. But they were going to charge more for every application. Then they said they would be firing employees, but it wouldn't happen in August. It would happen August 31st instead of August 4th. Then on August 25th, USCIS announced that they won't fire anyone, at least as of right now. Instead, they're going to slow case processing significantly. I'm sure you're now asking why and how. USCIS says they will cut operational expenses to avoid firing any employees. Remember how I said this is going to be huge? Why? Because this is going to impact almost every part of the immigration process. Who is this going to impact? We know that processing times are already slow, and now they are telling us it will be slower. USCIS said in their news release that they can maintain operations through September 30th, but that Congress must help starting October 1st, or they may be forced to fire employees then. Haven't we heard this already? US says that in order to not fire any employees, they will reduce operational costs by decreasing payment to their outside contractors. Remember how in June they stopped paying their printers to produce green cards or work authorization? Well, it's going to get worse. Here's what it's going to mean for you. 1, there will be longer phone response times when you call the contact center. Keep in mind, it already takes over 2 hours, and that's if you have an attorney on the line. It will take you longer to process any application, including work authorization. And it will take even longer to get a green card or citizenship application. USCIS is an executive agency. They can make these changes without any input from Congress. It looks to me like just another backdoor way for this administration to reduce immigration without changing the laws, because they can't change the laws. They are slowly but surely killing immigration one step at a time. USCIS fee increases and form changes. This is something that has been in the works for over a year. Fees are going up and some forms are changing. The fees will increase as of October 2nd, 2020. That means if you apply before that date, you will pay the fees currently in place. If you wait to apply on or after that date, you must submit the increased fee. The new rule is pretty long, about 600 pages, and complex, so I'm not going to cover the whole thing, but I'm going to touch on a few highlights. Overall, the fee increase averages 20%. Asylum fees will now have a $50 application fee. Currently, they are free. However, if someone is granted asylum and at a later time files Form I-485 to get their green card, that fee can be reduced by $50. There will also be form changes including the I-129, that's petition for non-immigrant workers, the I-600, it's petition to classify orphan as an immediate relative, and the I-765, that's for employment authorization. This one changed last week actually, and I'll share the most important change that I think you should be aware of later in this video. And the I-912 fee waiver form. What are the most popular fees being changed? The I-130, petition for an immediate relative, currently it's $535, it will go up to $550 if you file online and $560 if you file on paper. I don't recommend anyone file online just yet. I-131 travel documents, we often don't suggest our client file this with their I-45. We recommend they travel only after getting a green card, not before. It is now $575 and it's going up to $590. The I-360, which is for widowers, VAWA, special immigrant juvenile, and other special immigrants, is going from $435 to $450. When you file an I-485, now you pay $1,140, and you will pay $1,130, which is less. Unless you're under 14 and not filing with a parent, you currently pay $750 and you will pay $1,130. But if you are filing for adjustment of status in the US, the total fee goes from $1,225 to $2,270. Many fees for waivers are going up. For example, the I-601 waiver, that's for crime and fraud, and the I-212 waiver for orders of removal are currently $930 and will go up to $1,010. The I-601A is $630 and it goes up to $960. The I-192, that's for U visa, is $930 and goes up to $1,400 per person. So if you're filing and your spouse is filing, it's $1,000 increase. Form I-751 to remove the conditions on a green card, that's when you have a green card for only 2 years. It's currently $595, it's going up to $760. I-765 work authorization, currently $410 and will go up to $550. Keep in mind, DACA applicants are gonna stay the same. But that seems nice, but DACA used to be for 2 years, now it's only for 1. So is it really nice when they double the fee on you? N-400 for citizenship is currently $640 and is going up to $1,160. The biometrics fee, which you're gonna need to do for all of these applications I mentioned, is going down from $85 to $30. But everything else is going up. We are, of course, recommending to everyone who has been considering applying to do so ASAP. If you would like an immigration attorney to help you, we are happy to review your case and see if it is one we would handle. You can reach out to us on Facebook via Messenger or send an email to info@andresmejerlaw.com.